What if the door to the greatest celebration of your life closed just because you were not ready? 10 young women were invited to a wedding. All of them had lamps. All of them were waiting. All of them looked prepared. But when the bridegroom finally came, only 5 entered the feast. The other 5 were left outside crying, "Lord, Lord, open to us." This is not just a story about lamps and oil. It is a warning from Jesus about being spiritually ready before it is too late. Matthew 25, 1-13.
There was once a beautiful wedding celebration about to take place. In those days, weddings were very special. They were not rushed. They were joyful, exciting, and full of expectation. Families prepared food, lamps were lit, songs were sung, and everyone waited for the bridegroom to arrive. On this particular night, 10 young women were chosen to be part of the wedding celebration. Their job was simple but important. They were to wait for the bridegroom, light their lamps, and walk with him into the wedding feast when he arrived. Each of the 10 virgins took her lamp. The lamps were small, but in the darkness of the night they mattered. Without oil, the lamps would not burn. Without light, the path would be hard to see. 5 of the young women were wise. Before they left, they thought carefully.
"The bridegroom may come late,"
they said.
"We must be ready no matter how long it takes."
So they carried extra oil with them. But the other 5 were foolish. They took their lamps, but they did not bring extra oil. Maybe they thought, the bridegroom will come soon. Maybe they were too busy getting dressed, laughing with friends, or assuming everything would work out somehow. They looked ready on the outside, and they had lamps. They had beautiful clothes. They were standing with everyone else. But deep down, they were not prepared. As the night went on, everyone waited. The stars shone quietly above them. The road was dark. The lamps flickered softly in the night air. But the bridegroom did not come. 1 hour passed, then another. The excitement began to fade into tiredness. Their eyes grew heavy. Their bodies became weary. Eventually, all 10 of them fell asleep. Then at midnight, a loud cry suddenly rang out.
"Behold, the bridegroom is coming. Go out to meet him."
The young women woke up quickly. Their hearts raced. This was the moment they had been waiting for. They reached for their lamps and began to trim them, preparing the flames to shine brightly. But then the foolish virgins noticed something terrible. Their lamps were going out. The little oil they had was almost finished. Panic filled their hearts. They turned to the wise virgins and said,
"Give us some of your oil because our lamps are going out."
But the wise virgins answered,
"No, there may not be enough for both us and you. Go to those who sell oil and buy some for yourselves."
It was not because they were cruel. It was because some things cannot be borrowed at the last moment. Preparedness cannot be borrowed. Faith cannot be borrowed. A relationship with God cannot be borrowed. The foolish virgins hurried away to buy oil. Their feet rushed down the dark road. Their hearts were full of regret.
"Why didn't we bring extra oil?"
They may have thought.
"Why did we wait until it was too late?"
While they were gone, the bridegroom arrived. The wise virgins, whose lamps were burning, went with him into the wedding feast. The doors opened. The light from inside spilled into the night. There was joy, music, celebration, and gladness. Then the door was shut. Later, the foolish virgins returned. Their lamps may have been filled now, but they had missed the moment. They stood outside the door and cried,
"Lord, Lord, open to us."
But he answered,
"Truly I say to you, I do not know you."
Those words were painful. The celebration was inside, but they were outside. They had been invited. They had been close. They had looked ready. But when the bridegroom came, they were not prepared. Jesus ended the parable with a serious warning.
"Watch therefore, for you know neither the day nor the hour wherein the Son of Man cometh."
This story is not just about lamps, oil, or a wedding. It is about our hearts. The bridegroom represents Jesus. The wedding feast represents his kingdom. The lamps show an outward appearance of faith, but the oil reminds us of what must be real inside us. True faith, obedience, love, and a living relationship with God. Many people can look ready on the outside. They may go to church. They may know Bible stories. They may say the right words. But Jesus is teaching us that looking ready is not the same as being ready. The wise virgins teach us to live prepared every day. They did not know when the bridegroom would come, but they made sure they were ready before the moment arrived. In the same way, we do not know when Jesus will return. We do not know what tomorrow will bring. But we can live every day with hearts that are awake, faithful, and close to God. The foolish virgins remind us not to delay. They waited too long. They assumed they had enough time, but the door did not stay open forever. This parable lovingly warns us not to treat our relationship with God as something we can fix later. Today is the day to seek Him. Today is the day to pray. Today is the day to obey. Today is the day to keep our spiritual lamps burning. Because when Jesus comes, the most important question will not be, "Did you look ready?" The question will be, "Were you truly ready?" So keep your lamp burning. Stay close to God. Do not grow careless. Do not fall asleep spiritually. Live with faith, love, obedience, and expectation, because the bridegroom is coming. And blessed are those who are ready when he arrives.